My name is Judge, and welcome to episode number 21 of YouTube Arena. You may have noticed that I'll be recording from a closet in Seattle this week, so the audio might be slightly different, but I can do this now. As of right now, Hunter is the number one class, Warlock shortly behind, Druid and Warrior are terrible. Let's get in there and see what we get today. Whew. Rogue, Warrior, and Priest are three of the worst classes. Priest probably is the best out of these. I think Warrior is second last with like a 39% win rate. Yes, that's second last. Rogue is pretty low as well, and Priest I think is like maybe middle of the pack, but still pretty really hit and miss. Rogue can be really fun if you hit a good one. How about we go Rogue today? Give me some Octos. Suspicious. Even like the good Rogues. I don't think I've seen a Rogue above like eight wins in the last like week or so. So a little scary there, but surely we're gonna get the good deck here. Let's go. Swine Tusk Shank. What the heck is that? What am I looking at? After you play a poison, gain +1 durability. That doesn't seem very good. Scorcher's great, and Rogue lacks AoE, so getting a nice bit of AoE in Rogue early is quite good. Elven Archer, pretty strong actually at the moment, with the Augs being out of rotation, only a few pings, but I think since we have Dagger, we'll just grab a Peasant. Bladed Cultist versus Temple Berserker. Faceless is also fun. Temple Berserker's probably the strongest card, but you guys know how I feel about taking twos in Rogue. I just hit the Dagger button. Nice and aggro with a 1-mana 2/3. I think it's probably still correct to take Berserker. Pretty strong card. As much as I don't really love to take too many twos. Ghoul's fine. Gnome is okay too, but I think I'll take the consistency of the Ghoul. Darn, Pickpocket. Pickpocket just is not good, right? What am I trying to do here? It's up against a Henchclan Thug, right? Dagger on 2, Henchclan Thug is gross. But Pickpocket, I better just take the Thug. This meta is very punishing to goofing around too much, especially with the weak classes. And Rogue being a weak class, we can't really if we find some good stuff in the first half, maybe we can pick up a Pickpocket later on. Pandaren Importer is great. It can even get you a Pickpocket. Argent Squire over Big Chungus Giants. Probably Wriggling Horror with this kind of start seems like a pretty aggressive curve, and probably going to have to be aggressive with a Rogue in general. Not really a lot of value Rogues right now. If you're trying to do a value Rogue, you're usually just like, you know, losing to Hunter. I guess you gotta out-tempo Hunters right now, right? Like, it's pretty tough. Let's go Sunwell Initiate here over Malevolent Strike, really strong. 3-drop, Horrendous Growth can become a Lord Chungus. Those are not good. Yikes. I guess Ice Cream Peddler? Just take a 4-mana 3/5, just worse Sen'jin. Discover a friendly minion that died this game, shuffle it into your deck. 4-mana 4/4, shuffle a Pandaren into your deck maybe. Like, most of these cards you do not want to actually shuffle back into your deck. They're just going to be weak draws later on. Only exception, I think, is Pandaren, although I do believe that if your Horrendous Growth dies at like a 5/5, and you would shuffle the 5/5 copy in, right? I think 2-mana 5/5. I believe that's true because it's technically a different card. All right. How often do you get to have a Body Wrapper in your deck? Sure. I guess we'll do it. Oh, Feral Kitty. Yes. Oh, we'll shuffle that back in. Meow. What a good cat. Excellent card. Feral Cat and a Blink Fox. Is this deck actually going to be great after all? Rewarded for taking the Body Wrapper, I guess, kind of, if you can ever be rewarded for taking a Body Wrapper. Blink Fox is awesome. These are all solid cards. Sparkjoy Cheat's incredible if you have a couple secrets. We have 0 so far, so probably not the right pick. And these are just fine statted. A big taunt versus a solid statted 4-drop. We top out at 5 at the moment, and we're about halfway through. Might be a good idea to go for the big healthy Dunt. There's also a lot of Hunters out there. They do have the Poison Weapon. The Poison Weapon, the 4-mana 1/2 is pretty common for Hunters. But without that, maybe we can cheese some wins against hunters by just slamming a big tunt. I think we'll go for it. Okay, you want me to be a pickpocket rogue game, I see. Rabble Bouncer can be okay against some hunters, but it's still quite circumstantial. Whatever, dude. Fine. I'll take it. Fine. This is what you want? Double Body Wrapper? Hear me out. We can keep... You play your first Body Wrapper, right? Then you play your second Body Wrapper and shuffle your first Body Wrapper back into your deck, and then you never fatigue. It's just shuffling Body Wrappers into your deck, infinite cards. Stonks is good. Suckhead Sapper, how does that card hold up? I haven't played this card in a long time. Return a random enemy minion to your opponent's hand. Can be awkward with cards like Pandaren and Scorpid. There's still quite a few like value tempo cards, but I think that's probably worth the risk to try to just like take away some tempo from these really good hunters. This card's just fine though, it might be guard, but I'm gonna try this out and see how it goes. Moshok Announcer's awesome, love that card. Peon over Hot Garb seems like the way to go. Cheese? Swindle? Darn it, why do you have to do this to me? It's gotta be the cheese, right? Swindle is a pretty strong card. 2 mana, draw 2, and one of them is gonna be a spell. We have Pickpocket. Okay, we have one other spell, so maybe Swindle isn't looking so great. Because if we draw our Pickpocket first, this is Hot Garb. Let's just grab the cheese here. Okay, what is with these Body Wrappers, dude? Can we not? Can we get these Body Wrappers out of here, please? Nitro Boost over Sleepy Boy. Seems okay. Another Peon. Go for the random stuff. And Darren Importer. I don't know if I have it in me to ever turn that card down. Maybe against a Scorp. Primordial Protector is a really strong card in general. We need to find like an Assassinate or a Malevolent Strike. Right now, this just gets our Pickpocket, which is... Oh, we have a Nitro Boost too. We do have a 2. I guess that makes this a little better. SI7 Operative versus Elven Archer. I haven't played with SI7 Operative yet, but it seems completely fine. I think Elven Archer might be the pick in a lot of classes, but with Dagger, maybe we'd give this a go. We could use another 3 anyway. Oh. Witch's Cauldron. Is that going to work in this deck? We just got to take it, right? It's too fun. I already have a Horrendous Growth. This is okay. Like, you could argue maybe a second Horrendous Growth gets some big chunkuses going. But I've got like a few 1s and 2s that this can work nicely with. A Wriggling Horror. I gotta go with the Cauldron, right? I gotta go. It's too fun. Rush, gain +1/+1 for each other pirate you control. That doesn't seem so good. Lone Champion's okay. In Rogue, often, like you do, if you don't hit a 1-drop, you can Dagger on 2, play the Lone Champion on 3. And City Architect is a card with a pretty high win rate that it's a solid card. But I don't know that it really fits this deck super well. I guess you'd get on the board to play this to continue to go face, which could definitely work. We don't have any 6s. And Lone Champion can be a little dead later. It's probably supposed to be the Architect. This is good on curve if you Dagger. We have a bunch of 2s, though. So we might not actually end up daggering all that often. Let's grab the Architect. Sure. DID's awesome. 3 more picks. We've got a Claw Machine. Decent. We've got a I guess a Line Cracker. So if we play a Druid, we can Blink Fox and get bees and do the old Line Cracker bees combo. Any other way to get bees? Bees? Somebody give me bees? At some point, surely we'll pull off the Line Cracker bees combo. Don't think these other cards are doing much for us. And last pick is an Amalgam because these 2 cards are unplayable already. We missed out on Octobot. The way I've seen Rogue have success is with Octobots early and with Deep Run Engineers to get Octobots nice and early. Other than that, it kind of struggles. In fact, I don't know if I've seen a single Rogue do well without Octobot, but we got pretty good card quality in this. Decent curve. 2 Pandaren Importers. We got Pharaoh Cat, we got Blink Fox, that's a ton of fun. We got the cheese. So, tough to say. I mean, it looks like a pretty decent list of cards, but sometimes that's just not enough for the weaker classes when you're up against the insanity that is Hunter. And Hunter is just such a bad matchup for Rogue as well. So we'll see if we can dodge the #1 class, maybe play a few more not Hunters, I was going to say Warlocks. There's a lot of scary stuff up at the top end, but we'll see what we can do here. Game #1. Let's go. Who's first? Oh yeah, we got a pickpocket too. That's going to come in clutch. Turtle Butter. The Shaman. The last run that I had was a 12-win Shaman. Really, really awesome list. So we took all the good Shaman cards for I say we because it was from a Judge Taz co-op. We took all the good Shaman cards on Saturday, so I don't think they're going to have a good deck. No way. Definitely keeping you. Should I keep DID, honestly? Not keeping Pickpocket, not keeping Nitro Boost. Is that a good idea? I could coin 3s. How many 3s do I even have? Is that going to work? Worst case is I dagger on 2, SI7 Operative, and then DID. And that's kind of the advantage for Rogue, is you do have that option. Well, okay, there we go. Coin, Amalgam, coin. Coin Amalgam into Operative into DID looks great. But that's the advantage with Rogue, is you actually have a strong tempo hero power. So you can afford to make mulligans like this and keep the DID and ensure better curve over a longer amount of time. Healing Totem? Well, maybe I just play the Operative now. Get that the heck out of the way. Oh my goodness, this deck, is this deck actually just nuts? I'm looking at a Blink Fox now? Alright, get this the heck out of the way. And, man, I hope that they don't do much here. I think it's probably correct to play the Amalgam. Stats first, effect later, right? Tempo first, value later. And, yeah, especially now, you know, 3-5 versus a 3-3 is not going to cut it. So we'll just play this, keep that stealth, and see what our opponent does. Guidance? Please no DT. Don't DT me, bro. And Earthen Might for the biggest chungus. Yikes. Okay, that's okay. We got DID coming to make that trade. We've got a pretty big growth coming in very soon. It might be Blink Fox growth this turn. Got a 2-mana 6/6 out there. And we got value for days. What is this going to give us? Reborn minion. What good Reborn minions are in? I don't even know. Urgent Squire could be a good one in Nitro Boost one day. I could think about Blink Fox double down here, but I probably should just trade Blink, play the growth. Get that out early. Try to chip away at their face before they draw their 6 attack rush elemental that heals. Let's see what's in the air. Woohoo! After you play an elemental, gain +1 attack. That's not super great. We got a Primordial Protector. Yeah, that's all right. We don't even have another card in hand that corrupts the horrendous growth. Everything is 2 or 1. So let's definitely get this 2-mana 6/6 out there. A little bit better than Millhouse Mana Storm. Hey, I mean, a little rude, but when your opponent has to hex your 2-drop, you're pretty happy about that in general. This could be a good time for you, Mr. Ghoul. Ghoul bump. It also could be a decent time for Nitro Boost. Use the weapon on here and push more face damage. Because if we get AoE'd, I mean, AoE is always going to kind of crush us no matter what. Earthquake, Lightning Storm, Perpetual Flame, all of them kind of destroy us. Let's try this. Try to play around like Lightning Storm the best we can and Perpetual Flame. If they Earthquake, they Earthquake. Nothing we can do about that. We're probably screwed if they do. But we can play a little bit around the other AoEs. They also could have gotten a Dunk Tank from Guidance. Wouldn't be corrupted yet though. Toads. Good gravy. Okay, we don't mind toads. We don't mind toads. Let's see what's in here. Overloading 3. Definitely hitting this button. +2 attack. What do we have to do there? Probably not on the Squire, because we're going to use that to deal 1. Probably like 4-2 in. That's a tough one. We're going to have to double trade awkwardly in here, unless we want to value trade with the Ghoul. Not sure we really want to do that. So 1, 2, 3, bump is 1, bump is another. And then it'd be you 2. I just maybe hit the Nitro boost on the Ghoul and deal as much face damage as possible. That could be cheeky. I like that. Do this. Whack. 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 And ship a cool 12 to the dome? That's the play, right? 5 mana. Now they could play their Perpetual Flame because we lost our buffers. Right? Divine Shield is really the only buffer. Reborn actually doesn't do anything against it. Sure. Oh! Oh, baby! You don't have a ping, eh, buddy? That's too bad. So, Flesh-Eating Ghoul can be pretty good sometimes, you know? In the right circumstance. Good old Ghoul carry. Good old Ghoul win condition. Going for 2. I feel like this deck feels like a pretty good draft for a Rogue. Not sure how many wins it'll find in total. But for a Rogue, I feel like we hit a decent draft here. Dragoon 800. Another Shamalama Ding Dong. I think we'd rather play Shaman than Hunter, so we'll take it. We'll toss here. And find our good Feral Cat. We didn't find our good Feral Cat, but that's a pretty good start. Another card it's been a long time since I played is Henchclan Thug. Even in like Demon Hunter, I've seen some Thugs in Demon Hunter, a few in Rogues, but I haven't really, I feel like it's a pretty rare card actually. So 2 options. 1, Dagger now into Thug. The other is just drop the Peon and then play the Initiate. And I think the stronger play is to play the 2-drop and then the Initiate. We can play Dagger Thug on 5 after a DID and that's fine. Like the Thug is always going to be able to buff to a 4/4. The Initiate is only going to get worse over time. Let's see what we grab here first. Gotta admit, the Thug would have looked pretty good on that board there. A 4/4 and a 2/4. Oh my good gravy. Nice 6-mana sprint. I think this deck doesn't hate a sprint, honestly. Problem is you kind of need to be ahead already to play it. Alright, no point in DIDing here, really. So, what about a Dagger and a Peon? The point would be to get a 4/4 on the board. If I Dagger and Peon, then I'm not going to have... I'm going to play the Moshog over the Thug then, which is fine. We'll just hold that Dagger until we play the Thug, probably. Whoa! The top deck. How many? Oh my god, all 5 minions. So we know they don't have any AoE, they don't have any spells. So it's all minions with +1/+1, and this does set them back quite a great deal. Couple options here. Feels like just trade, throw the Moshog. Don't do anything too cute here, right? So bump here first. Work. Grab a raiding party. That's not very good. Okay. Peon, you're fired? Do we have anything that goes with? Do we have a single pirate or weapon? I don't think so, right? Oh, we do have Sapper. So this is a 3-mana draw Sapper. And Amalgam. I stand corrected. This is an Arcane Intellect, baby. Good gracious. Good gravy. Sorry, Peon, I apologize. I apologize. You give me an Arcane Intellect, which is still not good, but definitely better than 3 mana do nothing. Watch as I top deck both my pirates back to back. I think they've given up. They realized that Arena Fanatic is actually hot garbage, and now they're out of here, right? Yeah, okay. I guess that's actually what happened. They realized that you can't really just play an Arena Fanatic on 4. You can't really just play a 4-mana 2/3 and be okay. Going for 3. Pretty tame start so far. This week I've had a lot of pretty insane games at low wins. And at 1, 0, and 1, we see some pretty tame decks, so a little bit lucky. There. Let's see if that continues with this Demon Hunter. Claw Machine, Architect, and Importer. I'll keep Pandaren Importer. What are the best rogue spells right now? Just like hard removal, just look for Assassinates and walk the planks and whatnot, maybe? Like, is there like some sort of real busted... Like, there's no contract or anything like of that power level, I don't think, right? I guess we'll find out. There's some pretty cheeky ones. There's some fun spells like Stolen Steel. It's fun. Get some Silver Sword action. Good draw. Peon into Amalgam. Seems good. Into Cheese. No, the coin! My cheesemonger hates to see the coin. Rip Peon, dude. Rip Peon. The value trade, it stings. So they whack, play a 3, we value trade back and play the cheese. Darn, another bit of cheese out the window. That's devastating. All my cheese is being eaten up without my consent. Alright, next we will... Well, now we're definitely playing Nitro Boost, right? Ooh, they make the bump. They hate the cheese. Do I still play Nitro Boost and make the trade? Or do I look for something that could help me with Importers? Peasant, obviously pretty weak against Demon Hunter. You get 1 mana for 1 mana, but you lose a card and they don't. So it's nice to be able to play it behind a taunt. What can you find here? Wicked Stab isn't quite enough. Like, you can always Nitro Boost to clear this off with your weapon after a value trade. So I feel like we just play Importers here. Or like Importer Peon Peasant even. Clever Disguise could be fun. Sure. And then just Peon Peasants. And they'll make this value trade, Hero Power here, and play a 4-drop. We'll drop Pandaren, Hero Power, Nitro Boost. Oh, the heals. Nice. That is devastating. That is devastation. Now what? Now what? A Scorcher to get a spell? Is that actually just, is that good or is that horrible? So we could Dagger, Nitro Boost, trade 1, Importer. That seems pretty weak. I probably just want to get this body on the board and grab a spell and chill and try to figure it out from there. It's pretty terrible. But I think we need the RNG of a random spell to actually ever win here. Like Wicked Stab me. Paralytic Poison. Okay, well we can add that to our next turn. Dagger, Poison, Importer, Poison. Where are those what is that 3-mana 2/2 weapon that we turned down twice in the draft? Looking pretty good now. Okay, Tusk Piercer is another real strong card. Yeah, Illidarius Studies is another real strong card. This is looking like a pretty solid Demon Hunter. At least I didn't find like Kurtrus. Just a couple cards. Okay. Ooh. Woohoo! So I could Dagger trade. I could Dagger, Nitro Boost, and play the Paralytic. And drop the Importer like we planned. Weapon can clear here, and then we can use our 5/6 to either go face or remove the lifesteal. I guess we had to keep this as a 3/6 and buff the importer. So let's start with this. Honestly, like, do I just need the card drive? Clever Disguise, so not necessarily. I'm using Wonder ability right now, so I wouldn't play it on this weapon. I got this and this for value. What if I did just take you and not play you now? Try to win on tempo? Because I don't know. The later this game goes, the more we're going to lose. But I don't know that drawing more cards is going to be super helpful. I think we'll just take this. And we'll still go Dagger. We'll go Nitro Boost. Paralytic. Give that a bump and give this a whack. I guess we give this a whack. Force them to use a weapon. Keep 2 3/3s. Okay, this doesn't look super great, but we got Blink Fox and we got Disguise that can hopefully give us something. Add 2 random spells from another class. How about bees, baby? Give me that line cracker. Oh, that's so rude. That's so rude. Was that off the top? That was off the top, wasn't it? Oh, that's not very kind. That's not very nice. City Architect hero power is fine for curve, but like it's a lot worse to play the City Architect when you're not protecting anything on the board. So let's start with you. That's a pretty good card. You. What? Okay. All right. And hero power for sure. And I don't think there's a reason to play this. This is going to be an interesting couple of turns. I think we chill here. Like, we're going to have to quick shot this 3/1 or something, aren't we? I could just remove the 1/1 and let my dagger remove this next turn, but that would mean we're probably not playing Illidari Inquisitor if we're daggering the 3/1 down. Likewise, if you play SI7 Extortion on the Viper, they're going to make this trade and you'll still have to hero power this. So is it going to be... I think we do nothing here. Because we're always going to have to hero power something. It's probably going to be using quick shots, which, you know, we'd love to draw cards with, but don't think it's going to happen. Oh, wait, I mean, this has Rush. This has Rush, too. That's right. Oh, my God. If we can actually rush this into the taunt, I could have absolutely played this, couldn't have I? I still can this turn, though, right? Like, I can still SI7 the 1/1. Rush it into the 3/1. So, Egg and Stunks, that's a really slow turn, right? Acrobatics, drawing more cards. Like, do I just gotta go for the Inquisitor? I think it may be better. You know what? It's actually better to do this, isn't it? We got the Wriggling Horror. We could even buff one of the taunts. We will mix in the Extortion, I think, now, though. And just get this out of the way so that we can clear this. And we can buff one of these. And then next turn, Dagger Inquisitor into whatever we, you know, we might actually get some cards out of these quick shots. Was that, that was Blink Fox, right? What a good freaking fox. Good job. What a good little foxy. Slow turn last turn for him. Let's see what they got here. They could have an Inquisitor of their own, which would be rude. I could have considered daggering last turn and Illidariing and playing the Horror on our Illidari Inquisitor this turn. That could have been something to consider because it would counter their own Illidari. Yeah, that's a lot of stats. That's a lot of stats. Am I going to kill you off? I'll trade one here. I guess I would just not get my second attack with my Illidari, right? So I'd go Illidari, Inquisitor, into 1. Now my options are to dagger, take 4 damage, and have this die and kill one off, and then trade here. Or I can just like trade, and use my dagger to finish one and trade over here. And I think that's the way we're gonna go here. So we do this. And this. We got 2 taunts protecting the Illidari. A couple of card draw. We really just need to hope that this Inquisitor lives. If the 5-1 lives, that'd be super too. Put that into the 5-4. They already played Chaos Leech and Circus Medic. Oh, well, okay. That card is a little silly. I mean, we got the Illidari from the Blink Fox, which is also silly, but that's rather unfortunate. We can still quick shot, I guess, the 5-4, take 5 more damage. But not a lot of times we're beating that card. Alright, so we'll quick shot this. Of course we'll play this, play this. Quick shot this, quick shot it again to draw. Double quick shot here. I guess. Don't think it's going to be enough. We're just out of steam now, right? That expendable performers just took out so many cards, and now we're sitting here with nothing. I don't think we're ever winning this. Pickpocket, maybe? What is this? Opponent's class? Get a couple expendable performers of our own? We don't even get the draw this turn either. This comes in here. Double trade. I guess this goes face. Pretty good for curve. Shuffle a Blink Fox into our deck. Alright, so we're taking 4, we're taking 5. I mean, there are some cards that maybe only deal 3, but I really think we need to keep stats, keep a Divine Shield on the board. That's a tight call. That's a tight call. 1 extra damage. Does the Divine Shield really matter all that much here? Over 2 turns? I don't think it does. I think we'll just do this. And see if they have a whole bunch of Garb in their hand. Coordinated Strike is a pretty good answer to our board of 1 health stuff. That's so devastating, man. Pretty cool target to hit with that Claw, but it's too late. Definitely stood a chance if not for that expendable performers. So there's no way to live, right? No matter what we do, this assassin's just going to hit us in the face, and this is going to hit us in the face. That was a tough one. Pretty good deck. Illidari Studies, Expendable Performers, Clowns, Renowned Performer, Rust Rotted, a strong weapon. Demon Hunter is not one of the stronger classes right now. This is a pretty solid list for Demon Hunter. 2-1. Another attempt at 3. Like, if we don't get that Illidari Inquisitor, we just lose like 5 turns ago. So it gave us a chance at least. Playing another ping class with Peasant in the hand. At least it cost them 2 mana this time. Shall we dance? So going second here is a little awkward because, like, we play Peasant on 1 and keep the coin, and I guess they don't get a 2 drop out, but it is on curve for the hero power. If we're going to force them to hero power, it's nice to do it on turn 3 if we can. I don't think it's worth the coin here to just coin Peon. So we'll play this. They'll certainly hero power it. Then we'll just play the Peon and be able to hold on to the coin. And maybe we get another 2 drop that we can do that coin wriggle or something. Wow, they don't hero power it. Instead, they opt to draw 3 minions. Okay. Intriguing. I think we will just dagger. There is, we've got the Hench Clan coming in, and there's still the chance they just hero power on 3 now after the Peon's still chilling. Book of Specters on 2. Dune Sculptor? Interesting. All right, well, this peasant got a ton of work in there. I'm a little surprised at our opponent's plays here, but we'll definitely throw it on the thug and get rid of the Dune Sculptor and say, hey, peasant, you did a good job. And we're still holding onto the coin. That's excellent. Rip Dune Sculptor, dude. Amalgam, we can just come in with the Wriggling Horror here, probably. Is it time to just go max tempo, forget the peon, do this? Sunwell, coin, wriggle, bump, gain stats there? I think it is. Still 2 turns away from Flame Strike. Book of Specters is a great card. 2 mana, draw 3. But it's a card to play that's pretty rude. It's a card to play after you're done with tempo, right? You play all your tempo and then you refresh with the Book of Specters. Our opponent played it when they probably should have just hero powered, which is, hero power is the better tempo play. Okay, so Dagger Ghoul maybe here. Would I double trade? That seems crazy. I think it's still Dagger Ghoul. Remove that, ship this Dome. They're probably going to want to pop this Divine Shield anyway. Keep it on curve here. If they didn't have that Fire Sale, we would have already won the game here. So it comes down on 6. We got to win before that turn 10 victory, right? A puzzle box coming in to destroy us. We've seen, was it just the last video? I think it was. We've seen the power of the puzzle box pretty well in episode number 20. It's a pretty small elephant. Definitely don't mind that. The only problem here is you've given me nothing to Claw Machine. What are we doing here? They could be thinking about Flame Strike. How big are you? 3/3? Probably just get you down. And we'll play a peon. We have 2 peons. There's an idea of playing like Importer now because we already are quite a bit ahead on tempo. So like just not over committing to the board and adding a little value can be an idea when you're that far ahead. But I think we want to push just a little more power before we do that. Also, maybe get that Flame Strike out of hand a little bit more likely to do that. Did they just hero power my peon? Why are you doing this? What do I got? Thank you. Oh God, yeah, I'm doing a really great job at random spells today, aren't I? Come on, what is that? Okay. Start with the Pandaren this time. Draw 2 minions, and he played this turn, gains stealth for 1 turn. How good is that here? Double stealth minions. I don't think it's better than Clever Disguise. I think I'll take the spells. And we'll go SI7 Growth. SI7 Peon. This is not going to live to Flame Strike yet, and we're already ahead on board, so I think I will still do this. And I don't mind putting them to 15, because if they play Lion's Guard, I can just bounce it back to hand, or I've got the Claw Machine to help easily handle it. Claw Machine and then the 5/2, right? That's not very strong, that's whatever. It'd be funny if it hits the 4/2 here. No, it's the Pandaren, so what do we have? We have 4, 8, 10, 11. Probably just fine to do this. And read Dagger? No, we play the 6/6 now. Oh, Lord Protect. So they can Flame Strike hero power here still, even though it's at 6, but that's you know, they have to do that with all of their mana. They develop absolutely nothing, and then we play this big Chungus. And that's still very likely winning. Clever Disguise could give us a spell that has lethal anytime too. Okay. Is that lethal? Do we have lethal? Tell me we have lethal. This could get us Nitro Boost. Not that we can play it right now. We could start with the Clever Disguise. At the moment, we have like... You'd have to DID the growth, right, to not give them armor. And then you only have 5 to the dome. Let's see what's in here first. You could just slam this, I guess. Ah, we're okay for Clever Disguise. We can do that on 10 if it's necessary. Oh, yeah, those are... How... What... Why do I bother with random spells? I should have known. What is this? Deck of Chaos, Ritual of Doom. Okay, that's pretty terrible. Did I Ritual of Doom here? I guess Ritual of Doom is actually fine, isn't it? Just go like this. And like this. Nice. Kitty, do you want to be a demon? Do you want to be a demon cat? You want to be a demon cat? Oh, yes you do. And then just this. Do I care about you? I guess I do a little bit. That seems good. That seems winning. Maybe next turn we slam our Deck of Chaos, get our, what can we do here? 5 mana, 7/10 Line Cracker? 5 mana, 7/9 Etten? 4 mana, 6/4 Architect? How about that Witch's Cauldron, though? How about that Deck of Chaos Witch's Cauldron combo? So what are we looking at here? Ice Barrier, Flame Ward? Guess not. Rip the 0 mana 4/4 Cauldron Dream, or rather 0 mana 3/4 Cauldron Dream. 3-1. Going for 4. I think I like this deck. I think this is actually the first rogue that hasn't had an Octobot that I've liked, literally, since this expansion came out. I've had some pretty hot garb rogues. I also think our opponents have generally been a little easier. I think we've been a little lucky with opponents this early. But even still, Peon Amalgam, Wriggling Horror, the deck is pretty solid compared to most rogues, I'd say. Right, good starts. Peon into Sunwell, if they don't do much tempoing early, maybe Horror Hero Power. On 4, could be good. Something need doing? So, like, you could play Wriggling Horror to get your spell here, but I don't think that's better than just playing Sunwell. And we could, like, challenge them to keep that, actually. They could get greedy and go face with this and be like, aha! Or, like, you know, I mean, 2-3 into the 3-2 is what they probably want to do now anyway, right? So, yeah, exactly. They make the right trade. They do it properly. But we get the extra 2 base damage in. What is with people? An Arena Fanatic. Coins, the Arena Fanatic, they have no spells. And I guess we're off to the races. Do we want to shuffle a Peon into our deck? I don't think that's really something we're interested in. But it is our best minion at the moment. Could do this. I think we'll wait until Claw Machine dies, probably, because that could actually be huge, getting an extra Claw Machine. And let's see how Lord these lads are. Here comes one Lord lad, maybe even 2. Whoa! Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not as good as that, though, right? That's insane. What a draw. What a draw. That's excellent stuff. You gonna Blast Wave me? I kind of hope you do. We know you didn't have a spell, but you could have drawn one in the last 2 turns. Hogs to trade into the 2-1. It's not super strong there. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice. Leaves us with 2 nice value trades. Wonder if I should just claw the 2-2? Probably. Push an extra 4 damage. What was that, 2 minions? 2 buffs? Or 3? Dirigible, Hog, and Scalehide, so they have 2 more buffed minions left, these 2. Probably going to need a hero power and just play one of these. What do we want to hit from this? Obviously, Witch's Cauldron. Or, I guess Importer would be a good hit. Oh, no way! Ah! Okay, that's good stuff. And maybe Nitro Boost off the top? Darn. This is nice, but I can't kill this right now. It invites a trade onto the Cauldron. Would I just slam this? And then look to mix in a Dagger turn next? Probably? It's tough not to play your 3-mana 3/7 Cauldron, but I think I'll wait one more turn. Hope they have a little bit of a weaker one here. That is not good. That is bad news. They have no more buffed lads. They pick that immediately. It's Claw Machine, and if that is Claw Machine, that might just be the end here. We're gonna need you, Cauldron. We're gonna need you, buddy. Double trade. Start with this. Give me like a landslide. Too bad. That doesn't really do anything when there's a Basilisk looking at us here. Let's go with you. Nothing Can Stop Us does work with our Amalgam. Don't really need to dagger right now. I could play the cheese, because the cheese might leave the Cauldron alive. Because I'm assuming they picked Claw Machine, so we'll make this trade, and instead of poisoning this, they'll go Claw Machine and then poison the Cauldron. Maybe we can keep the cheese alive and just dagger next turn. Alright, so I'm guessing Claw, Bump. It's just a matter of what do they want to hit the Basilisk with. I think we're going to get one more Shaman spell, I think. And they'll probably make this trade. Yeah, they picked that instantly. It kind of showed that it was Claw Machine. Blazing Invocation into Zeph, easy peasy. You know they're going after the Cauldron, right? Come on. Yeah, that's too bad. But we keep the cheesy boy alive. And do they hit a 3-cost with this? No. Okay. Not too shabby. Daggering this, no question. Leaving us with 7 mana. Maybe just a 4 and a 3. Could go 4-2-1 as well. Could wait on this because we can play Nothing Can Stop Us at the same time. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and do this. Oh. Okay, change of plans. Let's go ahead and do this. Poof! Gross. Oh, gross though. What a discover. Oh. And then next turn, Nothing Can Stop Us? Seems pretty good. They still have their buffed lad, and it is a hefter. It's a hefter. Just ignore that. Get wide, buff, go face. My weapon. People just love destroying my weapons today. Okay. Primordial into Nitro Boost is what we'd get from this. It feels like we really got to play Nothing Can Stop Us now. Which would mean we're playing Body Wrapper. I think that's the way to go. Let's do this. We know they have a Scorcher. Yeah, right there. Or right there, even. Claw is definitely better. And then this, and then this. And now what? If they have a Flame Strike, we're kind of toast. We know they can deal 1 damage to everything, so this is probably going to die anyway. You'd make a value trade. They could get a good Scorcher. I think we just have to assume if they have Flame Strike, we lose and not care too much about this. Because I could double trade into here. Do I have that kind of discipline? Surely I don't. Is that even discipline, or is that just bad? We know 1 is Scorcher. The odds of Flame Strike are pretty low. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, I think those both go dome. They can remove that cheese all they want anyway, so let's see what they come up with here. Interesting. Blast Wave. Oh, Scorcher, right. Okay, sure. And they go face? Are you... Wait, what? What? My dude! You left lethal on the board. You forgot to not leave lethal on the board, guy. Alright, well, we take those. I mean, we were probably in a decent spot, regardless, if they make a trade there, but, you know, you never know. It was still a game, wasn't it? I'm going to have to look back at that and see what the heck. We'll take it. 4-1. 4-1. Rough go for our opponent there. SI7 Operative and Importer are going to be keeps. Up against a Warlock. Didn't quite get to play our Pickpocket last game, unfortunately. Do I keep Scorcher because it's just really strong and I don't have AoE in general in the deck? I doubt it. 5 is a little much, and I don't have that good of curve minions. Yeah, that's probably definitely better. We can get a value trade with Operative on 3. That's some really good synergy with DID. Ooh. Oh. Do I want to start coining immediately? This into this? I could play this on 3 in theory. Probably should. Get the Berserker rolling. Play this into this into this into this. That is a top deck. That is a pretty good top deck. What do you have? You have things never knew I wanted. I should probably take Backstab over the Clever Disguise and just do it now. Tempo, 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 city. Hopefully they don't have a gasp. Come into a nice, easy... SI7? Like, there's ideas of not backstabbing there, so you can just SI7 into whatever's next, but I just don't know that that's going to be what I want to do, right? Like, for example, here, well, we do get this top deck as well. But I can just SI7 now into this new target and bump and go face for 3. It's weak to the Demon AoE. This would be stronger against the Demon AoE, which maybe I should just consider. The 4-3 Flame Thrower, Flame Blaster. So we'll just get rid of the 3-1. It's a solid trade and play around that a little bit. This also is probably better against Demonic Assault. Oh, that feels good. Oh, that feels good. That makes me look smart. Love that, especially when I'm recording. You gotta love it. Now we can just go DID here. Bump, bump. And boy, does this board look a lot better than it would have if we had played the Operative. Former champ. I'd let you make a value trade with that. I could just dagger, bump, bump, and play you. Get rid of it entirely. Keep a 3-3. Otherwise, you're making this trade, and I'd have to sack you, unless I just want to play Operative and run in there. I think it's better to just do this. And let's see what they got. On turn 6. Demonic Assault now would be really, really strong. But we can handle it. And maybe even get our Cauldron down. Fire Breather. I was close. Tap and Life Drinker. That's pretty weak. I could Claw Machine that. Seems like it's going to be definitely better to play Operative and bump. Question is, am I playing the Cauldron alongside it? Really sucks if they have Hellfire for them, right? Because if they Hellfire, they have to give us a ton of Shaman spells. It's probably better just to go Pharaoh Cat Dagger, though. Play this unexpectedly. So let's start with the Pharaoh Cat. See if we get like a 2, get a 5, but it's still going to be better to play this. pump face this is fine, I guess. I think it's this. And this doesn't even have to kill a minion, eh? After this attacks a minion, it doesn't even have to kill it. Not that, you know, we can do it anyway, but just interesting. Entitled customer would be very rude of them to play. Wouldn't even have that good of an answer. We just have to play assassin. Curse of Weakness is a little desperate, isn't it? Do they have a nether, maybe? They may have a twisting nether and they're just stalling towards it, so we'll play the assassin so that if they twisting nether, we have something that lives after. Okay. Yeah, they're probably gonna just get this and we have to be okay with that. Is that what we're doing here? It's one to the face. I could claw machine it in theory. Seems like a bit of a waste of a claw machine, though. I don't think we need to do that. I guess we could clear this instead of pushing one face damage. But they're going to run this in over here anyway, so it doesn't really seem necessary. I think we just do this. Push, push, dagger, and see what they have. Dome and Nether. Man, we are predicting a lot of their cards this game. Feels nice. Keeping our 4-1 on the board, pushing some extra damage. And pretty good top deck. Just drop that line cracker, ship that dome. And find a way to get a bees next turn, and we're good to go. It's pretty solid. Keeps them alive for now. We need 1 damage. We can get Nitro Boost. We can get Wriggling Horror. We can get Mutanus from Fish Flinger. Not that that deals damage, but it's pretty good. Ooh, and a Demon Bolt too. Well done. It's not a horrible time for Scorcher, but you know I just want to drop this Mutanus and eat something. Could go Cauldron, trade, Claw. Get 1 Shaman spell and also leave like a good trade for their, you know, they're going to trade into the Claw, give us a Shaman spell and a buffed Lad. They have tap, so I'm probably going to get a good Mutanus at some point, and they're going to need to tap to stay in the game. Did this ever go face? Taking away their plays now. They have a random fish, so that's probably going to be small. It's going to be embarrassing if I don't play this and then they Mutanus ours, right? Right, fine. Chomp! Oh! It was just a Cold Blight Seer, but they don't have it anymore. I wonder if these are spells or if we just, like, definitely, if we just hit the fish. This goes face. Now this goes face, and we hero power, right? Come on. Come on, I don't need to trade into this fish. This fish is small time. This fish is tiny, and more importantly, I can kill it with Scorcher Dagger. Let's keep our eye out on these 2 minions and see if we missed out here. That would have been nice to eat instead of a Cold Blight Seer. What about this? 2 Demon Bolts, my goodness. Top decks the D-Bolts and takes the board. Uses the 3-1. We're going to lose this game. Claw Machine comes down on this. Furious Eden's a good draw, but it's not for right now. This comes down. And it's cute to play the Cauldron, but you definitely got to play some stats here. Don't really want to give them back their armor vendor. Let's see what we draw here first. That's a very solid pickup. I think it's going to be Body Wrapper. Body Wrapper. Finds a Pharaoh Cat, sure. And we ship that dome and hope they have to double trade. They're going to be scared to tap here, so it's going to be double trade, play whatever they have. Probably. No way, right? There's no way you got a ping. Ooh, Ruined Mithril Rod. So I think a lot of people who play Constructed see Ruined Mithril Rod when they play Arena and go like, yes, I have to take that. And don't realize that it's actually hot garbage and like never ever the pick. So those were two pretty low impact cards there. They're going to attack our empty space. I think tapping's correct. You're not winning without tapping here, even though you might die quicker. And honestly, there's so many good plays here. I don't need to go too quickly. I stop them from tapping with one of those. I can go Peon Scorcher, get rid of their Frenzy, trigger ours, and even just drop the Cauldron after, because they don't have the answer to that. I mean, you can play the 6-mana 7/7 drop 2. There's so many things you can do. You can hit this with your dagger and play the Lord's Lad. I think I'm going to go for this play. Could even get lethal this way. Not too shabby. Could re-dagger and get ready to do that. I think we're just going to put this up as kind of like a what are you going to do about it kind of idea. Like they make this trade, give us some value. If they trade into the Cauldron and have a ping, great, you're leaving all this power on the board that's just going to kill you. Oh, that's a pretty good draw. That's a pretty good one. What do we got? 1, 2 discounts? Nice. And 3, no way. All right, that's pretty rude.
You get accustomed to the smell.
Good God, are you kidding me for exactly 10? Are you serious? What? Are you kidding me? Pickpocket? Give me lethal. Do I go for it now? I could wait. I could play the City Architect and I should be fine, right? I could go City Architect Sapper first and then try to go for this. Can I die if I do that? Is this a rush minion? This is a rush minion, so I could die. Pickpockets. I think it's still better to do this. Unlikely I die. They have the rush minion to maybe deal with 1. And they still don't have lethal if they kill it. They need something else and they can't tap. So they need the perfect top deck yet again. I think we should be okay to do this. Mossy Horror coming in off the top. Who wants to bet? Like, come on. Let's see this rush minion. Smolder Rush. Okay, that's pretty good for them. They get an extra draw. Doesn't give us a chance at lethal there. What are we looking for? Like Blink Fox? We don't have reach. Pandaren Importer could be something we like to draw. That's a pretty good rush minion. This deck, though, they were completely done. They were completely done. Face, but they... That's lethal? That's lethal? So they do have it with 1. I think I wasn't even counting the Annoytron damage. I probably should have just gone for the Pickpocket, easy to say in retrospect. Most rush minions don't deal 5 damage, but Claw Machine is pretty common. That was nuts. I think I misplayed by doing the Architect without counting the 1 damage. But come on, man. Good lord. Perfect draws. They were done, dude. That's depressing. That's depressing. Burying a Rin off the top into 3 draws into Gilnean. Good gracious. Good gracious. I do think I threw a little, though. I do think I threw a little. What are the odds? Like, let's think about this. Pickpocket. If I don't find lethal from Pickpocket, I lose on the spot is the thing. There are plenty of rushes that are smaller than 5. Plenty of them, right? There's the most common ones are the 3-mana 3/3 rush tradable. There's the Murloc 2-mana 1/4 rush. Probably the most common rush though is the Claw. So I think I threw a tad. I'm trying to think, what are the odds of actually finding lethal though there? Because we can find lethal with Salhets, right? Is the idea we play the Architect, we play the Salhets, and then we we bump, we put the Variant back in the hand, and we have lethal. Pickpocket. You're looking for Hellfire. What other reach is there? You're looking for Like, let's try to think about it. What I think the odds of actually finding lethal there are very low. I think we lose that game most of the time, even pickpocketing. But I'm trying to think of other reach cards. There's Hellfire. Like, we don't have lethal even if we find hard removal. Like, Demon Bolt and Siphon aren't enough there. So what else is there? You guys will tell me in the comments, right? You guys will tell me in the comments. How hard did I throw? Someone's gonna look into the odds of actually having lethal with that pickpocket and let me know, right? It can get you spells. Is it only spells or is it minions too? Add a random card to your hand from your opponent's class. So is there any minions that deal damage there too? I honestly feel like we were just toast and we just got kind of wrecked by opponent's perfect draws. But let me know if you find something, you know, maybe some odds or other cards that we could have gotten from pickpocket in the comments below, and we'll see if we can go for 5 here. That was rough. I think that couple of draws from our opponent there really highlights the week I've had this week since I've been in Seattle. My first week streaming has been filled with top decks like that. I've seen like 4 Varians, seen a few Yseras. It's crazy the cards that are out there and the perfect draws, you know, drawing it at the perfect time there. You have 10, like, give me a break. Varian into draw your taunt that costs 0 to get you exactly down to 10 cards. You needed to draw 3 cards to get exactly to 10, and you happen to have exactly Divine Shield, Rush, and Taunt still in your deck after 2/3 of the game. Like, that is unbelievably unlucky. And now we're up against the Hunter, our worst matchup and the strongest class. 4-2. Let's see what we can do here. Wriggling Horror. I don't think I keep you without a minion to play you against. I can always just dagger anyway. Squire, Dagger, Amalgam is strong, and we do go first, which is a big one against Hunter as well. The light protects me. The light protects me. I don't think I'm gonna be done. I don't think I'm gonna be done being rattled about that Warlock game before this video's done. So if you see me just going like this, and you don't really know why, it's because of that. It's because of that Warlock game. Bonk bonk. Mystery winner on 1 and pointing 3s instead of secrets. Desert Spear? Uh-oh. That's not good, chat. That's not good, everyone. Mystery winner into coin Desert Spear does not bode well. Amalgam, which is Cauldron. We're gonna need to see a bit of a slowdown. That's like a strong 3. Not as strong as ours though, so maybe we can come back a little bit here. The problem is, you know, we bump, we trade. Their Desert Spear clears our Initiate so efficiently. You wonder if you want to give them a Peasant to run into here to keep your 3-1 alive. In theory. The problem is it ruins your curve for next turn, where you could Dagger play a 3. I guess you could Dagger and play Cauldron, which is pretty bad. Alright, let's try it. Peasant. Amalgam. Clear this. My guess is they'll run the Desert Spear into the 2-1 and pop the Divine Shield, but maybe leave the 3-1 alive. Then we top deck Pharaoh Cat and go Pharaoh Sapper. Ish. Oh, Pandaren, Peon, get the heck in here. Come on, we got a Sir Finley from Fishflinger, the Dream. Let's get those dupes. Let's get those dupes, please. This is our game. Is that gonna be Snex? What's the meaning of this? It's explosive. I don't want to play you. I probably want to play you anyway, so let's do this, see what happens. Let's do this, see what happens. It is explosive. Oh, no, we just drop the Sapper. They can remove the 3-2 no problem with weapon, but this could be annoying to handle. Just thinking back to that Warlock game too, if we had just hit anything but the Cold Blight Seer with our Mutanus, we might win that game too, right? If we just eat that statue, we probably win too. So many things that went wrong that game. Another really, really strong card here. Real strong looking deck at 4 and 2 here from this opponent. If I can get some sort of buff on you, is Cold Blood in? Then maybe I can just make this value trade. That'd be super nice. I think I got to lead with this anyway, because it does well against the 1/1s too. Assassinate? Yeah, just Assassinate seems great. Get that the heck out of here. Ship Dome. That was a nice discover. Walk the Plank or Assassinate. Pretty reasonable odds of getting one of those. And now we just need Peon. Off the top, and then it's Hunter Hero Power, and, you know, yeah, it's game over. Deal 3 damage Hero Power? Can't stop that. Other than that, we could get Mage and just become a Hunter. Okay. Ooh, and Nanners? That seems rather bad. We could give them... Oh, no way. No way. The Dream. Okay, this is totally worth losing that Warlock game. I don't even care. Just to get this active Sir Finley. That wouldn't have happened if we won. So, this Hunter? Come on now. Be reasonable. I don't need a dagger. I don't need a dagger. What I need is probably Mage. Hero Power here. Could consider a bunch of Strength Totems. I think this got better with the addition of Strength Totems, but I think we'll still take this. Can be Hero Powering Face sometimes too. And then we'll go like, I could give them more bananas, which could be funny. Yeah, let's do that. That's hilarious. I love it. Let's just do this. Give them more bananas. And Hunter Hero Power now. Maybe I should play Peon. Revolve? Do I have any synergies with Revolve? I mean, Body Wrapper's okay. Turning your Cauldron into a... Excuse me? Could I kindly get you to not do that? What is with everyone in their legendaries? I swear, and this isn't just this episode. This has been all week. Just everyone's got these busted legendaries, dude. Non-stop. Where's ours? Where's our busted legendary? I guess Sir Finley. They had to gift us one. Now what do I do? Kill this? Ignore this? I have no taunts. I have no lethal. I could go for spells and see if shaman spells can save me. You think they're gonna have 8 damage? They have freaking bananas for days. They have so many bananas. What have I done? No way, this game. No way. I could revolve this into a clown. Okay, let's start with this and see what we get. Rock Biter. I gotta leave that alive, man. I got nothing. I gotta do this. This. And probably this and this. And we might be dead. They play Banana Guy, and they nanner Hero Power, and they're 2 off, so they need 2 more damage. What a life. What a life. 4 and 2, Dino Tamer Brand. Look at this deck. Hunter's Pack, Desert Spear, History Winner, Sandori Scent Finder, Dino Tamer, Singleton deck. Like, what are we doing here? 4 and 2 games, man. And another 2 Desert Spears. This is insane. But it's not lethal, right? But it's not lethal. You go in face, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're 1 damage off. And an Explosive Trap. They trade 1 to give me another Shaman spell. It's a Guidance. And man, this is just, that's a draw. That's a draw. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. What do I have to do? Start with guidance? It could be pressure plate. But I'm guessing it's explosive. I think I'm going to start with this and see if anything happens. I can also trade hero power and kill this. But I'm really on the clock with their hero power here. So let's see if it's pressure plate. A little bit of a risk, but I want to see what this is first. Sure. Not pressure plate. Could be freezing, could be explosive. Oh boy. I could just play this in hero power face. And not even attack yet? And not trigger the explosive. That's an idea. Because this sets up lethal through explosive. If they put me at 2, they would have killed me anyway last turn. 4, 8, 3. Yeah. So we just do this. Put the taunts in the way of the crush. And then we have lethal with Rockbiter next turn. No need to get them closer to lethal here. They might put me down to 2 anyway. Clowns. Oh, no. Dude, what is this deck doing at 4-2, man? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Claw Machine. Is it Freezing Trap? If it's freezing, I do the Architect, right? Okay. Snakes? Snakes only gives them 2 snakes. That's good. Can I get through this? Overdraft? I need some pretty good spells here. I'll do this next. What else? Big Bad Voodoo? Claw Machine, Big Bad Voodoo, Prey? I don't have any taunts. I don't have lethal. Never did, so... Big Bad Voodoo into Druid of the Plains, maybe? Or I could try to get another spell from Claw Machine that's better than Big Bad Voodoo. Or I could do this. It's not quite there. Overdraft? I don't have... Oh, shit. I can do Rockbiter. Here? Trade? Overdraft here? Trade? And live? I should have yoinked and gone for a mage, a regular mage hero power maybe. I don't have any more room. So slightly, I mean, come on, that was a turn, dude. Clowns? What now? We're dead, right? There's no way. We're dead. This opponent is just, they've got bananas. It never mattered, right? Like, it never mattered whether we could ping one away. It's just banana, 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 banana. But like, dude, got the landslide at the last second. Not quite enough there. Wait. Yeah, sure. DID, we know you have the bananas, man. Come on, just finish me already. What is my life? The RNG gods. RNGesus wanted me to have an easy editing day today, so gonna be a 4 winner. That, like, what? Look at those 2 games, dude. What am I supposed to do? This deck is like unreal top tier. Another one you really, really wonder if they were truly at 4-2, or if we were like 3-0 versus 4-2, one of those matchups, right? Good gracious. Rip. Wait, did they miss lethal? I just could have sworn I was dead here. Is there any way we can win? We have Feral Spirit and Landslide. And Hero Power. Did they miss lethal? I could have sworn they had lethal with the Nanners for days. They have a weapon, don't they? Okay. Apparently we're still playing. So we'll go Feral Spirit for sure. We'll go Landslide for sure. We'll go Hero Power. Here, no doubt. We'll probably go Wriggling Horror, but let's do Yoink first and see what we get. Armor. And Wriggle here. Like, I could have sworn they had lethal. I just assumed Nanners was lethal. Did they overtrade and just not kill us? We're gonna die here still, right? They got a billion cards. Top deck. Don't do it off the top, man. Don't do it off the top. Sky Talon. Piercing. Banana. Double banana, trade. Weapon? You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. Bump. Poison weapon from randomly generated by Hunter's Pack. Hero power. Nibble. More Nanners. That doesn't matter, right? They could have more Nanners last time. Nanners. Totemic Surge is not super great. Another deathmatch. Down to 3 again. And we can hero power. 5 to the dome. Can we do any more? Could look for a spell here. And just rush this into the 6-2. Right off the bat. That might be better. Then, because I can hero power phase 2. Spell is... Nothing can stop us. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Anything else that we can do here? So this is going face because we can always hero power the 2-2. I don't have any taunts, which is a problem. I can hero power my peon in theory, but I don't think that's worth it. So if I'm going face, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not quite there. It's not quite there. Three damage and we're dead. I feel like they're toying, either, I don't know, they're trying to throw or they've missed lethal twice. Like, if they have lethal here from hand, they had it earlier, right? No way. No way. I thought I was going to have the easiest editing job ever today with a nice 4 winner, you know? Be like, okay, you know, we had a pretty good run, you know, our last couple YouTube runs have been pretty good. So maybe just having a 4 winner, you know, pretty crazy games, that's fine content, right? Was okay. 5 wins, going for 6. Every win we get, I mean, we might just lose right here, but every win we get from now on, definitely a bonus win. Whew. Who's up? Peon, Thug, Amalgam, and Witch's Cauldron. I know you. We know each other. Good player. There's a strong player. T-Lash is a strong player. You on my friends list? I feel like you might be. Are we pals? We are. Hey, look at us. Being all friends and whatnot. Amalgam, Thug, Peon, Cauldron. I should probably toss the Cauldron, but I don't wanna. Cauldron, you're gonna come exactly when I need you to, right? Could consider coining Peon here. Coin, Peon, Hero Power, Thug. Especially since Hero Power is usually quite good against Paladon too. That makes me not want to coin a Peon so badly. Let's coin this into Amalgam, into Peon Hero Power, into this maybe? Yeah, now that we have the Initiate, let's hold up. I might have coined the Peon if I didn't draw the Initiate, maybe. Guess I said Skulk, yeah. Is there a need to coin here? Not particularly. Should I save the coin? The earlier I get this out, the better. But I think there's no need to play the coin here. Like, if they play a 4-3, then this wasn't going to be doing much anyway, because they can just keep this stealthed. Blessed Goods, really good card. A little awkward to play it on turn 3, though. Oh, oof. Oh, good lord. That's terrible. Oh my goodness. Why? Come on, really? Skulker hits Initiate here? Okay, not so awkward to play Blessed Goods on turn 3 anymore. That's insane. They're going to make this trade, meaning we're going to dagger this and trade this over here. So we're probably going to just initiate ourselves, go face, and go Thug, Coin, Hero Power to pop the Divine Shield, make this trade, assuming they don't play... Oh my god, a Wriggling Horror would just be game over here. Wriggling Horror would just be game over. Bliss. Bliss. Sandwasp? Sandwasp is good, but it's a smart time to play Sandwasp because like you give these hero power targets, but you already know you have a Divine Shield hero power target, so the 1 health usually is a little rough to play against Rogue, but here it's actually quite good. So, nothing really looks super great here. This might actually come down instead of the Thug then, and mix that in with a hero power. That seems just a little bit better than Thug, because all this high attack, low health stuff is going to just destroy Thug anyway. We do this, we probably just remove power. Just do this, this. Leave the Divine Shield. We can pop the Divine Shield if they don't use it. I'm sure they'll double trade in here if they must. But we can always pop this Divine Shield with a Thug. Strong set of cards so far. I mean, Skulker is their worst card, and they hit a really, really good target for it. What do we want off the top here? Maybe a nice Pandaren Importer? We can play Thug Importer, possibly? Possibly? Stormwind Guard. I mean, that's really, really strong, but it's, and then they just push face because they're far ahead on the board. Makes sense. You know, it would have been a really, really good double buff if they could get that down a little bit earlier. What do we need to do here? We've got double trade. We've got ping on here if we wanted to throw down the Thug. And we just drop a peon. And there's really not much else to do. The other option would be Berserker. So we're doing this. Take an extra 4 damage, and they can put us down to 7 if they want. That's pretty disastrous. Encourage a value trade. 3 dagger. Doesn't look good for us. That was a really, really strong start. 2 mana Sunwell Initiate. I mean, it pretty much was just a regular Initiate because they didn't even play the Blessed Goods, whatever they got yet. They're just a little bit better. But it's just really good tempo. Sandwasp Queen, it was played at the perfect time and really, really impactful there too. $14 health. It seems real tough to leave the 4/4 on the board here. And then wouldn't you just double trade? You just want to develop more stats than me? Trade here, develop a 6. I'm honestly still probably losing that way too. But it seems like that gives us more of a chance. If they go face, we're down to 7, they develop a 6. They can trade here, and do some damage with the Thug. Murloc. Just get nice and wide. They do make the trade. Blessing of Kings. Jeez. Alright, that's probably just going to do it. And they set up the lethal. We top deck a Peasant. Like, we literally can't stop lethal. Like, that's just it. What it absolutely annihilated it. At 5 and 2. I mean, we shouldn't have even gotten to 5 anyway, so we'll just enjoy the extra win. But good gracious, did we not really have a chance there. This was a really good example of having the coin kind of, honestly, really deciding the game quite early. I'm not saying we win if it's the other way around, if they have the coin, but having the coin just gave us 0 chance to win this. We could have coined out 3s earlier, but that's not, I don't think that's going to help. You just get to play the rest of your turns a turn later, and you're ultimately going to be way too far behind. I'm not missing something, right? There's no way I can win. Can I damage this? Can't damage this. There's just nothing to do here. Remarkable. Wow. All right, well, probably deserve this. T-Lash sent out after us after we dodged that 4 and 3, which we did, you know, not deserve to get past. It's too bad. 2 importers. We drew, honestly, not like horribly that game. Pretty good, actually, as far as just early tempo goes. But considering we were never going to win the tempo battle, it would have been nice to see some different cards like Importer, Pharaoh Cat, Blink Fox, honestly. Because if you draw all tempo, you really need to win that tempo game. So since we didn't have a chance there, maybe something else could have helped. All right, well, 5 and 3, honestly, that's pretty good for a Rogue. Again, I think Rogue is 45% win rate, something like that. Let's see what we get here. Show me the golden cheesemonger. Shadowcloth Needle, OP. Alrighty. Pretty hilarious run. A little bit of fun. Obviously, you know, would have liked to get a few more if possible, but I kind of think this was a 5 or 6 win deck in general, despite having a much better rogue list than a lot of rogues out there. Really tough to get 7+ with the class right now, and when it does, it really is often Octobot and Deep Run Engineer just cheating tempo out early. Other than that, there's really not a ton going for it. It's competing with the Hunters and the Warlocks particularly. But we'll take the 5. Pretty happy to see that. We'll hope for next week's video. By the way, I will be in Seattle for the next couple videos, so we'll be back in the closet for next week's video as well. Hopefully, we can maybe find a Hunter, maybe find a lock, something a little bit better than what we were offered today. Lots of fun though. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.
My name is Judge.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is
That's a silly name.
Judge.
Okay, that's enough.